Thank you. And I'll turn now to Mr. Lessard, who comes to us with a distinguished career, 20 years in public service at both the state and federal level, and also from service in the Marine Corps. So, Mr. Lessard, your remarks, please.
Thank you, Senator. Chairman Lee, Ranking Member Heinrich, distinguished members of the committee. It's good to be back before you again. I know it's been a few short months since I was last here. I was beginning to wonder whether you missed me or not, so it's good to be back. It's my honor to serve the American people by implementing the Commission's statutory mandate to ensure just and reasonable rates for the Commission's reliable electricity, to site natural gas pipeline infrastructure and liquefied natural gas facilities, and licensed non-federal hydropower facilities. I'm also thankful that the Senate confirmed my appointment to serve on the Commission for a subsequent 5-year term. I'd like to speak on a few of our accomplishments since I joined the Commission and address my priorities going forward. I will also discuss where I believe Congress should effectuate important reforms so that the American public can benefit from the world-class infrastructure that they deserve. I'll repeat my Commissioner's sentiments on the June open meeting where the Commission took bold action where we issued 6 show cause orders, 1 to each of the RTOs and ISOs within the Commission's jurisdiction. The orders direct these groups where the majority of Americans reside to either show cause why their current tariffs do not need to be reformed or to file reforms to ensure that large loads, such as data centers, can connect to the transmission system in a swift manner. Importantly, the show cause orders direct the grid operators to ensure that such reforms insulate customers from undue costs stemming from the interconnection of data centers. As I have told this body numerous times, my pledge to the American people is to keep consumer costs top of mind, and I will do so as I continue to review the responses to the show cause orders. This Commission also continues to permit projects and issue such authorizations in a timely and legally durable manner. At a time when energy demand is rising and reliability challenges are mounting, the Commission has acted with efficiency and urgency. Year to date, the Commission has already issued 15% more orders over the same time period in 2025. Since I've joined the Commission, we voted in over 720 proceedings, and the Commission has authorized the addition of approximately 13.42 million decatherms per day of natural gas transportation capacity, enough fuel to support the electricity needs of over 60 million American households. But how much energy is that? It's enough to power every household in all states represented by the 20 committee members in this body, plus an additional 20 million Americans. The Commission has also certified roughly 980,000 decatherms per day of storage deliverability, which provides a critical safety net for the nation's natural gas supply that can help balance seasonal spikes, mitigate price volatility, and ensure reliability. As Commissioner, I will continue my steadfast focus on removing distractions and extra-jurisdictional side quests in strict alignment with our statutory authorities granted us by Congress to ensure the Commission continues to expeditiously review all matters before us under the FPA and the NGA. One such example relates to how the Commission performs its statutory responsibilities under NEPA. Frankly, state and federal reviews have bogged down investments in infrastructure to the detriment of our nation, our economy, and our environment. We are looking at ways to streamline our internal process to better align obligations under NEPA with the Supreme Court's decision in 7 County. As I've said in last month's open meeting, we will begin implementing changes to the way we evaluate projects against their environmental backdrop as appropriate and in such a way as to ensure the analysis actually informs the Commission's evaluation of the project at hand, rather than wading into the never-ending quicksand of inquiries about where to draw the NEPA line. We will fulfill the requirements under NEPA, but in a way that is consistent with the NEPA's textual focus on the proposed action, as outlined by a unanimous Supreme Court in 7 County. As you've heard me say before, affordability and reliability are my top commitments, and this load growth must not come at the expense of ordinary Americans who are already concerned about their energy bills. Although the Commission can take significant action to help ensure America is positioned to win the challenges of the century, we need help from Congress. And as I said before, permitting statutes must be designed to ensure responsible infrastructure development and not stymie it. I'm of the opinion that durable permitting reform must be enacted in the 119th Congress. My view has been reinforced as a commissioner, where I have witnessed firsthand how difficult it is for companies to invest in our infrastructure. I continue to approach the responsibility of commissioner with diligence, independence, and a clear understanding of whom I serve, the American people. It is a profound honor to serve on this commission. Thank you, Chairman Lee, Ranking Member Heinrich, and the rest of the distinguished members of the committee for bringing us together today to discuss these important issues and oversight. The only way we win, the only way the American people win, is by coming together to craft solutions to these problems before us, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thanks so much, Commissioner Lessard. I apologize, I had to step out briefly. One When you first start to watch proceedings in the Senate, they can look chaotic, and then when you watch them more, they can look even more chaotic. Sometimes we have multiple committees going on at once, with multiple committees voting at the same time. Rigid quorum requirements can be unforgiving, so that's why we sometimes have to bounce in and out. We'll now begin our 5-minute rounds of questions, alternating between Republicans and Democrats in order of seniority, subject to the early bird rule. And I'll begin. Commissioner Sweat, Chairman Sweat, I'd like to begin with you, if that's okay. Last month, FERC took bold action to address issues related to the interconnection of data centers to the grid. Now, your orders were designed to ensure that each region will be able to take its own approach to prevent data centers from raising costs to regular consumers. The orders also seek to modernize the electricity sector, which has operated under the same regulatory paradigm for many decades. Even as technology has changed, even when population centers and electricity demand patterns have evolved significantly. Can you explain how you intend to use these orders to help modernize electricity markets and usher in a new era of innovation in the electricity sector?
Thank you for the question, Senator. Modernizing and innovation were absolutely the goal of those orders, so I'm very pleased that that has come through. So it's very clear to me after my decade and a half of litigating FERC law that utilities and markets do not want to change, with the exception of a few of them. And it requires aggressive instruction for them to innovate. And so these June orders were the perfect vehicle for us to employ the market experts, the markets themselves, in order to push the grid into the future. And so we are accomplishing that through some main tenets here, which is first, we have directed fast on type timeline modernization of transmission services and also the study processes that our jurisdictional markets employ. This will save our consumers a lot of money, and with our instructions, they are now in the markets forced to consider advanced transmission technologies in their study processes, and also to study load that may appear near generation, which will reduce the amount of transmission build that is necessary to get the load online. These are all innovations that are not necessarily considered across the country. Some markets have proposed some type of them, but now we are really prompting them on a shot clock to do it. And the third component was that we are forcing more accountability to solve the generation issue. Now, you well know that FERC has no jurisdiction over generation, but because we have directed each market to come back to us with reporting on what they intend to do, how to handle this generation cliff that we are standing on as a nation, that is forcing thought and hopefully action. And together, these tight timelines and instructions should bring our grid to the future.
Right. Based on the